All right. Hi, guys.
Hi everyone. Hi. This is my friend Hallie and also my all the things Hallie. She's my wellness advisor to my, own wellness coaching. She's helped me get into Juice Plus and yeah, she's amazing. She's a
Yay.
wellness coach herself and health coach and fitness trainer. You might have seen her on Fox 21 News. That's maybe, just possibly.
I'm kind of. Yay. So thank you guys all for watching this. This is really a huge launch for Katie. We are, as a community, as friends and family, coming behind Katie and beside Katie and just saying, we believe in you and we're putting our hand on your back and we're supporting you in launching all the things that you're doing, like mountain biker yoga, rebellious wellness, and then Juice Plus and Life Vantage. We're just saying, we believe in you. We believe in your knowledge, and we're coming behind you. So what we want to share tonight is the Juice Plus portion of her business, and why that's an important part of her business, and really why we want to share it with you guys, because we love you and we share what's good with the people we love. So I'm going to share kind of what Juice Plus is, and let's see, I want to do this. And then at the end, we'll have Katie kind of share why this made sense to her. So we are jumping into the Juice Plus business, which our mission as a company is inspiring healthy living around the world and learning how one simple change can make a difference. And we really believe that right now, as a culture, United States, abroad, we're super unhealthy. We know that 1 in 4 people die of heart disease, 1 in 2 women and 1 in 3 men will develop cancer, 1 in 3 Americans have diabetes or will have diabetes by 2050, and it's pretty close to that already. And 1 in 5 children are obese. You can see the research below that. And our children are more harmed by poor diet than they are by exposure to alcohol, drugs, and tobacco. That's by Dr. David Katz, which is from Yale University, which is a pretty stout statement. We also know that we're increasing our amount of environmental toxins, whether it's pollution from the air, water contaminants, pesticides, prescription drugs that are now in our water, chemicals, plastic, hair care products, skincare products. We're just surrounded by toxins all the time. And even if you live a super clean life, even if you have metal or glass water bottles and glass Tupperware, you're still getting contaminants from your world. And so our bodies have to have a way to detox constantly, or we're going to get in trouble. And the other thing that we know is that our food quality is decreasing. More than 50% of what Americans eat is processed, which is terrifying. I joke with my clients, just because you can put it in your mouth doesn't mean it's food. So that's pretty impressive. And then in that processed food, we've got preservatives, flavor enhancers, emulsifiers, growth hormones, synthetic vitamins, genetically modified organisms, pesticides, trans fat, artificial colors. And then one of the fascinating things, which meant a lot to me as someone who grew up eating healthy and feels like I know a lot about nutrition, broccoli, as an example, can lose 50 to 80% of its key nutrients before you purchase it. We also know that our soils are getting depleted. So the produce that you're buying in the grocery store, even if you're eating a really good plant-based, plant-rich diet, you're still missing a lot of the key nutrients that our bodies desperately need. And so we know that dis-ease is preventable with good nutrition, but how are we going to get good nutrition if even when we're eating as best as we can, we're not covering our nutritional gaps? So one of the things that, if you believe the government, the USDA says we need 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. Athletes need even more than that. If you're recovering from an illness or an injury, you need even more than that. And if you're pregnant, you need even more than that. So for those categories, it goes from 7 to 13 to 9 to 20, which as a nutrition counselor, I eat really well and I don't hit that mark. If you do, please tell me your secret because I want to know it. So produce is picked before the nutrition fully develops. If you've ever seen green bananas on the grocery shelf, those are bananas that have not fully vine ripened. And so you're not getting the nutrients, all the nutrients that a banana can have. Same with tomatoes, potatoes, it's ripening in the store. If you have to put it in a paper bag, you're not getting the nutrients out of it. It's transported thousands of miles. 90% of Americans don't even get enough servings, let alone the variety from the rainbow. So it's not just about serving size, it's about variety. And we need one of every color every day to even come close. And most people don't get that. So what are we doing? Most people are bridging that gap with a multivitamin. And what we know now, this bottom line is one of my favorite lines. Research has now shown that isolated vitamins do more harm than good. And that's published in a peer-reviewed journal, the Annals of Internal Medicine from 2013. Most people bridge that gap with a multivitamin. Multivitamin has very few isolated nutrients. Even if you have a top of the line multivitamin, you still only have probably 2 to 3 columns of nutrients in there. Whereas an apple alone has 10,000 phytonutrients all working in synergy in exactly the right proportions that your body needs. So here's a typical supplement label. And then this is what's in an apple, which I just think is incredible. So that's an apple alone. And then Juice Plus, which I'll get to what that is in a minute, but Juice Plus has 35 different fruits and vegetables in it. So you're not just getting this little teeny tiny list, you're getting this list times 30. And I know this is kind of a blurry slide, but you're getting that same list from all of these different fruits and vegetables, which is an incredible quality and quantity of nutrition. So this is my favorite slide because this was me. It took me a long time to say yes to Juice Plus, and I'll share a little bit of my story later in this talk, but I'm a very skeptical person. I'm a very research-oriented person, and I'm a scientist by nature. So I knew that I wasn't nutritionally sufficient, so I had a massive cabinet full of all of the supplements and vitamins, the most expensive, fancy whole food brands that I could buy, and really thought I was healthy, but in reality, what my body was telling me, I had some skin issues going on. I had some gut issues going on. I thought I was pretty healthy, but I would get sick at least once a year for a pretty solid chunk of time. And when I did finally say yes to Juice Plus, this is what my cabinet looks like now. And the only other thing I supplement with is vitamin D, because that's the only thing we can't get from plants. So this is how it was going, and this is how it's going for me now. And I'll share a little bit more about that here in a minute. But one of the most important things that differentiates Juice Plus from a multivitamin is bioactivity, bioaccessibility, and bioavailability. Standard multivitamins, and when I say standard, I mean the whole spectrum. So anything from the Costco brand to higher quality brands that you can get from natural grocers. Even the best quality brands are only about 70% bioavailable. So you're putting money into the system and you're getting 70% back. That's a bad return on investment. If you put those supplements in water, and I dare you to do this experiment, probably nothing will happen. Best case scenario, it might dissolve, but that's best case scenario. It'll probably just sit there. And like I said, oops, on that last slide, research published in the Annals of Internal Medicine by Yale University finds that isolated nutrients do more harm than good. We know that a lot of these isolated supplements are synthetic supplements, and they actually can cause gut permeability and overdose in ways that aren't helpful for our body. So we think we're doing something good and we're not. Juice Plus, on the other hand, is a food. It's not an isolated supplement. It's 100% bioavailable, and that's been proven by research. If you put it in water, it'll mold, which is really cool because that tells us that it's food. It's whole food nutrients. It's not a supplement. So it's impossible to overdose. It heals, not harms. And it's research proven to improve wellness in 12 critical biomarkers, which we'll get to in just a minute. This is a slide that I think is fascinating. And I think is really important information for us as consumers because we can get so sucked into labels. So out here are a number of what we would consider high quality multivitamins. We've got Garden of Life, we've got Metagenics, Herbalife. Over here, we've got some of the lower quality, but still considered decent, Centrum, Solaray. These companies are owned by companies like Lysol. Clorox. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be getting my multivitamin from Clorox. That just seems like a bad idea. Pfizer, just the quality is not where you want it to be if they're owned by these companies. I think that's really important because we go to the grocery store and we buy supplements thinking we're doing something good for our bodies, and we're really not. Renew Life is one that has gotten good reviews for improving gut health. It's owned by Clorox. And we know that Clorox decreases gut health because of its antibiotics. They're produced in the same factory. Not a good idea. Like, we're exposing ourselves to chemicals. Okay, so what is Juice Plus, this thing that I'm talking about? So Juice Plus adds the nutrition from over 30 different fruits and vegetables. It's now actually 35 when you add in the omegas. Whole foods are harvested at the peak of ripeness, so the nutrition is intact. That's super important. They're not harvested early and then shipped. They're harvested at peak ripeness. The produce is pulverized, not juiced, on site. So the fruit's harvested and then juiced, pulverized on site. It's dehydrated into powders at low temperatures, so it preserves both the nutrition and the enzymes, which are incredibly important for digestion and the help of your microbiome. And then those plant powders are put into capsules or chewables for kids. And the full spectrum omega is rich in algae, berries, and seeds. It's actually a vegan omega, which is really cool. It's NSF certified, which I'll get to in a minute, which is organic and non-GMO. So that's what it is. Super simple. It's not a magic pill. It's fruits, vegetables, and berries. And that's it. So here's the trio. We've got the fruit blend, the vegetable blend, and the berry blend. And you can see this is the ingredient list. We do add to these two blends, we do add a lactobacillus just to help with gut health, but that's the only thing that's added. There's nothing added. There's nothing taken away. It's fruits, vegetables, and berries. And what's magical about that, and I'll share that in the research in a second, is that when we fuel our bodies with what our bodies really need, magical things happen because our bodies are designed to heal themselves. So instead of buying this supplement for hair growth and this supplement for skin health and this supplement for gut health and this supplement for bone and joint health, we say just eat food and all of those things will happen, and we have the research to prove it. These are the omegas, which I'll just briefly touch on. They're vegan omegas. So instead of going to fish, we went to where the fish get the omegas from, which is algal oil. And then we paired that with sea buckthorn oil, pomegranate seed oil, tomato seed oil, safflower seed oil, and raspberry seed oil. Again, all GMO free, all organic, heart, brain, and health. Super important for a couple reasons. One, even the highest quality fish oils still have trace levels of mercury and lead in them. Just because you're getting it from something high on the food chain, it's impossible to get that all the way out. And from an environmental standpoint, it takes 400 pounds of fish to make 100 pounds of fish oil. And all of our fisheries are overfished. So we need to do something different, but we still need omega 3, 6, 9, and 5. And so this bridges that gap. And then the other product that we have is Complete Shakes. I'm not going to touch on those a ton tonight, but if you want, please ask Katie for a video on protein powder. If you use protein powder, you need to watch this video because it talks about how highly contaminated protein powder is and where you want to source your protein powder from. So our protein powder is made of broccoli, radish, alfalfa, chickpea, millet, quinoa, amaranth, pea protein, rice protein, water wash, soy, and mushrooms. Again, I'm not going to get into that a ton tonight. I personally have some hormone stuff, so I was really nervous about soy and I didn't use this for years. And then again, I actually did my research. And I would love, if you want to talk personally to me about soy, even if you're like strongly anti-soy, let's have a conversation because it's one of my favorite to have. The safety of soy depends on the source. Whole soybeans, minimally processed, that are non-GMO and organic, found in the Juice Plus Complete, provides the best and most balanced defense against disease. MD Anderson Cancer Center and University of Australia have studied this protein powder with ovarian cancer and breast cancer survivors and found that the women who have this in their diet actually do better than the women who don't. So that's the massive difference between genetically modified and non-genetically modified soy. They're completely different foods. One actually helps with hormones and one does not. So touch on that. Let's talk about it more. This is a question I get a ton. Well, I juice, so I don't need Juice Plus, or am I getting bottles of juice? No. So a lot of you guys know about juicing. Juicing is incredible. You're getting all those phytonutrients. It strengthens your immune system. It aids in weight loss, improves skin condition, heals your gut, better digestion, reduces chronic illness, increases energy, removes toxins, and adds extra vitamins. Downside of juicing, it's super expensive. It's a ton of work, and the waste usually goes straight into the trash, or if you're an awesome human, it goes into your own garden compost. Juice Plus has all of these benefits, plus it's the easy button. There's no mess. It comes in a capsule. It's in season all year long. There's no bad taste. It's genetically modified and pesticide free. And one of the things that I ask people who juice a lot is I say, how much variety do you get? And usually even the best, most educated juicers are still using the same 12 to 14 fruits and vegetables. And we've got 30. The upsides of Juice Plus are that it costs $1.67 to $3.50, depending on the combination per day. So way less expensive. It's way easier. You just pop those capsules in and you're done. And then one thing that I love about the Juice Plus company is we're really intentional about stewarding our planet. So all of that waste gets composted and sent back to the farmers to replenish the nutrients in the soil. So the nutrient-rich fruits and vegetables that are going into the Juice Plus capsules actually have more nutrients than what you're getting from the store because of the way the company stewards our farmers' land, which is really cool. There's 3 things that really set Juice Plus apart and make it very different. Number 1, it's a food, not a multivitamin. So when you get a bottle of Juice Plus, you're not going to see the label on the back that lists every single nutrient because it's not isolated extracted nutrients, it's food. If you're going to buy it in the grocery store and be in the produce section, there's no additives. It's made with non-GMO ingredients. It's vegan, kosher, dairy, and gluten-free. And like I said before, it'll mold in water versus just sit there. This second one, NSF certified, is one of the things that makes me happiest about putting Juice Plus in my body. So NSF is a third-party nonprofit. Every batch of Juice Plus is shipped to the NSF before it ever gets sent out. And the NSF double tests every batch of Juice Plus. So the first test is what we say is in Juice Plus in it. That's important because I think it was 2 years ago, very well-known brand. If you want to Google it, please do. A brand that was selling St. John's wort had all of their St. John's wort recalled because the only thing in it was cellulose. There is no St. John's wort in it. Very well-known brand. So that's important. What is in it is in it. And then the second thing is they test it for all contaminants. So it's 100% free of herbicides, pesticides, mold, bacteria, radiation, which people don't think about very often, but radiation is one of the ways that the food industry now kills bacteria. It also kills all the good enzymes and genetically changes your food. So it's free of radiation and it's free of heavy metals. It's NSF certified, sports certified. So we have some professional athletes and Olympians who use Juice Plus. And one of the things that we say is this label, this NSF certification actually means that Juice Plus is better than organic. And what that means is that for a food that comes in a package to be certified organic, it only actually has to be 70% organic to get that label. Juice Plus says that's not good enough. We want to be 100%. So instead of paying for that label, Juice Plus pays for the NSF. It also means it will never be recalled because all Juice Plus ships straight from the NSF testing center. And so what you get, is good. And then it's the most researched nutritional product in the world. There is nothing that has more research on it than Juice Plus. And it's not cute research that's like research, which a lot of nutritional products have research. Ours is gold standard, double blind, peer reviewed, and published in the world's top medical journals. It's pretty hard to fake your way into MD Anderson Cancer Center. Their standards are too high. University of Florida, University of Cambridge, University of Arizona, Nemours Children's Clinic, University of Vienna, which we know that Europe has significantly higher standards than the United States. And this is just the start. Juice Plus is a leading research organization. So we kickstart 5 research studies a year, and then whatever meets that standard gets published. Yale, Vanderbilt, you just can't beat it, and you can't fake that kind of research. If you want to go to the website, you can also see where all the funding came from, and you can go read the actual studies, which is really cool. Oh no, hold on. Oh, yeah, okay, sorry. I messed up my own slide. I just like the slide because it's a visual of where it all comes from. So incredibly research backed. Of that research, it falls into 12 main categories. And these are what Juice Plus has been proven to change. So it improves cardiovascular health. It supports a healthy inflammatory response. Interestingly, we know that chronic inflammation is something that contributes to almost all forms of disease. People who put Juice Plus into their bodies every day, not only do their does their inflammation go down, but the biomarkers of inflammation decrease or disappear, which is incredible because that means that not only the inflammation goes away short term, but it goes away long term. Supports quality of life, supports healthy cholesterol and triglyceride metabolism, supports healthy lung function. One of the most incredible research studies that Juice Plus did, they did it on a group of smokers and saw that smokers who've been smoking their whole lives who took Juice Plus for a 2-year period had equal function of people the same age who had not smoked their whole life. That's incredible. And that's not a magic pill. It's just when we give our bodies the things that our bodies need, our bodies can repair themselves. Supports healthy skin and gums. One of our research studies shows that people who had receding gum lines, their gum lines start growing back. And that's something dentists struggle with all the time. Supports healthy immune system, helps maintain healthy DNA, reduces oxidative stress, and it's absorbed by the body, back to that bioavailability. And then this is one of my favorite quotes. There is nothing else available any place in the world with or without a prescription that has been clinically proven to do what Juice Plus can do. Dr. Richard Dubois, incredible functional medicine specialist. And then this is just a great picture of what it does. So heart, lungs, gums, oxidative stress, DNA, insulin resistance, lung health, that improves all of those. So with that, I just want to share a little bit about what Juice Plus has done for me. And one of the main ones for me is immune system. I grew up eating healthy. I've always eaten well. I've always eaten fruits and vegetables. I've always had a great multivitamin. And I still would get the cold or the flu probably about once a year, and it would knock me out for 5 to 10 days. Me personally, I've now been putting Juice Plus in my body every day for the last 4 years, and I've had one cold that lasted 2 days, and that's it. So for me personally, that's an incredible testimony. And then the incredible thing is that's backed by research. So that's not just a cool story. It's proven, and it's everyone's story who's on Juice Plus. This one for me, and this is a vulnerable one to share, but it's really important to me. This is why I will be on Juice Plus for the rest of my life. So Juice Plus is one of the leading researchers in the study of nutrigenomics, which is how nutrition affects the expression of our genes. MD Anderson Cancer Center was one of the first to publish this. And what they've found, they studied the BRCA gene first. And what they found is that people who have that encapsulated fruits and vegetables in their diet every day can downregulate or turn off the BRCA gene specifically. For me, my mom has had breast cancer 3 times. Both of her sisters passed away from breast cancer. And on my dad's side, both his sisters, his mom and his grandma passed away from breast cancer. So I am actually currently going through the process of genetic testing. But regardless of whether I have that gene or not, I know that by flooding my body with Juice Plus every day, I am setting myself up and my future family up to downregulate that gene and give me the best chances of being healthy for the rest of my life, whether I have that gene or not. So that for me personally is why I will take this for the rest of my life. This is also fun and kind of personal. So this goes back to the bioavailability. Juice Plus gets into every cell. We have research that proves that. Juice Plus reduces free radicals by 70% in just 28 days. And this is a quick summary of some of the research that has come out of what happens in your blood nutrient levels when you take Juice Plus. Beta carotene, alpha carotene, lutein, lycopene, that's a huge one. Lycopene is what helps your body process sun. So if you get sunburned, it's what helps your body process that. It also helps you keep from getting sunburned, and it helps your skin repair. Alpha, tocopherol, and then lipid peroxides decrease. So here's my story, because I'm a nerd and it's important. Super skeptical about Juice Plus. I was not in, had friends keep sharing it with me. And finally I was like, fine, I will try it. So because I'm a nerd and a scientist, I decided to go get my own micronutrient levels tested with my fancy cabinet full of supplements and my fancy multivitamin. I was like, I'm going to prove this wrong. So I went and got my blood tested, and I was like middle range of sufficient to below sufficient in most categories. And I thought I should be like way overboard, not deficient in anything, but I wasn't like maxing it out healthy. Went cold turkey off all of those, did Juice Plus for 4 months, went back and got my blood tested again. And I was like, I'm going to prove them wrong. And this is what showed up on my own. The only thing that hadn't changed was vitamin D, but that's because that's the only thing we can't get from plants. everything else in my micronutrient profile was now the high end of average or above average. And my body has shown that as well. My acne's gone. I have more energy. So I think that's kind of cool. I'm also a nerd. I don't recommend you do that. It's kind of expensive, but it's kind of a fun thing. So if you want to try that, do it. This one I think is incredible. Several indicators of oxidative stress, immunity, and illness improved in trained men consuming encapsulated juice powder in just 28 weeks. Oxidative stress, again, for me, this is just my personal story, super important. Oh no, why is this happening? Hold on. Boop. Okay. Doot, doot, doot. That was backwards. Anyway, oxidative stress is what causes aging and decay in our bodies. Same thing that happens if you have an apple and you cut it open, it'll turn brown. If you put lemon juice on this half of it, it won't turn brown. Juice Plus is the lemon juice for our body. Oxidative stress causes all of these things. And oxidative stress is caused by that second slide, all of those toxins that we're putting in our body, mac and cheese, French fries, breathing car exhaust, and it contributes to every illness that we know about. And then back to my animations didn't quite work. Oh no. There. Juice Plus is proven to help improve all of those biomarkers. And I'm 30 and I would like to not be super wrinkly. So that's just my vain reason for taking Juice Plus. Okay, fourth thing that really sets Juice Plus apart from anything else, we give Juice Plus away to kids for free because we believe that the only way we're going to change childhood obesity and the trajectory of disease in our country is to have children who are educated in nutrition and fueling their bodies and who are putting good things in their bodies from an early age. So students age 4 through graduating college can get Juice Plus for free. And this is after 20 years of results tracking children on Juice Plus. These are the results. So 60% miss fewer days of school, 56% consume fewer over-the-counter or prescription drugs, which includes ADD and ADHD drugs. 71% drink more water, 66% visit the doctor less, 71% consume fewer soft drinks, and 61% eat more fruits and vegetables. Incredible. If I don't have kids yet, but when I do, they will take Juice Plus, and I will know that they have that nutritional seatbelt on, regardless of whether they eat mac and cheese that day or a kale salad. So that's incredible. The other thing that's really cool about that is it doesn't have to be your own kid. Juice Plus wants Juice Plus in the hands of as many kids as we can. So I currently sponsor my nephew, and my mom has Juice Plus. She sponsors my niece. So it can be your friend's kid, it can be your niece or nephew, it can be your neighbor, whatever. We just want to get kids healthy. So what happens when you take Juice Plus for 4 months? First of all, Juice Plus is focused on prevention, and you can't always see prevention. But when we look at the biomarkers, we know that something's happening. So immediate, as soon as you put Juice Plus in your body that same day, it reduces the vascular impact of a high fat meal by 40 to 50% down to 16%. So that's the vascular constriction when you eat a hamburger. Game changer. Within 7 days, it increases key antioxidants and reduces lipid levels. Within 14 days, it increases micronutrients and reduces oxidative stress. Within 28 days, so just shy of a month, significant increase in blood plasma and key antioxidant levels. That's a big deal right now, especially with COVID and people needing plasma. Significant increase in blood plasma vitamin C, beta carotene, lutein, and lycopene. That is what my own test on myself showed, and we have gold standard research that proves that as well. In 42 days, it increases resistance to LDL cholesterol, which is that bad cholesterol. It helps your body clear that out. And within 80 days, it increases folate levels, huge for pregnancy and pre-pregnancy. And nursing. It increases selenium levels, massive for skin, hair, and nails, decreases blood pressure, improves large artery compliance, which is the suppleness. Sorry, it's 8 o'clock at night and my words are gone. The suppleness of your veins. So that helps not have heart attacks, and reduces cold and flu symptoms. Incredible and proven by research. I love this. This isn't usually in our presentation, but it really matters to me. Juice Plus is not just about nutrition. We're about giving back. So our company gives back to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital. We're the title sponsor for the St. Jude's Memphis Marathon. This slide's also a little bit outdated. Every child in the St. Jude's oncology department gets Juice Plus for free because we know the impact that it has on helping a body fight cancer. So that's pretty incredible. The Juice Plus company has pledged a Tower Garden to every Boys and Girls Club in America. I'll get to what the Tower Garden is in a second. Volunteers of America and Children's Hunger Fund, Juice Plus company donates 10 million complete, which are our protein powders, meals to the Volunteers of America and Children's Hunger Fund. So we are massive in giving back, and every member on our team helps support the Healthy Start study as well, which is incredible. Not only a company that's changing nutrition, but also changing the world. And then just a little bit about the company. It was founded in 1970. Jay Martin is the founder. He's also the guy who invented the fire alarm. Fun fact. We ship to over 20 countries. We're on every continent. And we grossed over 15 billion in sales since inception. Another fun fact is last year during COVID, we were one of, I don't remember how many, I think it was something like 8 dozen billion-dollar companies that actually increased in sales and brought on employees versus laid employees off. So that's pretty incredible and says a ton about our company. Also, during the 2008 recession, we never stopped giving away product to kids. We continued with that. So just an incredible company. This is a map of where we ship to. Australia has some of the highest standards for nutrition in the world. They won't let anything be sold unless it's legit. And Juice Plus is one of the things that's allowed in that country, which is pretty incredible. And then this is cool. So if it's good enough for Olympic athletes, it's good enough for me. Juice Plus is the official sponsor as of 2009 of the USA women's volleyball team. Every member of the team gets Juice Plus. And then these are Olympic and professional athletes who take Juice Plus as part of their routine. So Shannon Miller, one of the absolute outstanding gymnasts of her time, takes it, and now her children take it. Brittany Hart, one of the volleyball players, Jason Fowler, incredible wheelchair racer. Oh no, see, I did it again. Gotta work on my animations, y'all. Sorry, pump fake. Professional football player. I think that's pretty cool for all of you guys. It's not just for women, it's for men too. Zane Groff, incredible swimmer. And then Winter Vinecki. Ooh, I hope I pronounced that right. Been an athlete in ski racing since she was a kid, and she's also on Juice Plus. And then there's a handful of others. If you go to the website, you can see all of them. This slide, health professionals talk about Juice Plus. I am going to direct you to the website just for the sake of time. Whoops. But I just want you to see this. Oh man. Doctors are some of the hardest people to convince about nutrition. They love drugs. And this is a list of doctors who have found Juice Plus and prescribe it to their patients because they've seen what it does. So hematology and oncology, general surgery, dermatology, every single one of these doctors is board certified, gynecology and oncology, internal medicine, obstetrics and gynecology. These are my two favorite. Kim Dalzell, she's the expert on oncology nutrition, incredible. And then Dr. Sears, where is he? Incredible pediatrician. Hold on, I just want to find him. Where are you, Dr. Sears? There he is. Bill Sears, incredible pediatrician, one of the most popular children's books on parenting and nutrition. All of his patients take Juice Plus. So hard group to convince, and then it just keeps going. Okay, couple more things and then we're almost done. Tower Garden, this is part of our business, and the reason Juice Plus has a Tower Garden is because we believe in high quality nutrition and knowing where it comes from. So this is our Tower Garden. You can grow food inside or outside. It takes 98% less water, 90% space, 30% more yield, 3 times faster than a dirt garden, and it's safe and nutritious. It also comes with an entire curriculum, grades K through 12, to teach kids biology and chemistry of food, which is incredible. And we do that because we want kids to know what's in that capsule doesn't just magically appear. It's a food and you can grow it. And then this is the whole family. One of the things I love about Juice Plus is it's not a crazy product line. There's 5 products. We have omegas, fruits, veggies, berries, complete protein and complete bars. And then we have, so that's the 5. And then the capsules come in either capsule form or gummy form. So many nutrition companies have a massive catalog, back to that picture of the whole cabinet full of things. And people are spending $500 to $1,000 a month on nutrition that actually isn't doing what they think it's doing. Juice Plus says we can do better, and we do. And then finally, it's super affordable. So a coffee from Starbucks costs $4 a day. Our main blend is $2.50 a day. When I was doing the math for myself on if Juice Plus was worth it, I kind of thought through what were some other non-negotiables for me. So things like I have a kombucha pretty much every day. That's usually $4 to $5. If I'm going to invest in that, how can I not be investing in my health this way? And really $2.50 is pretty low. And then these are just 3 of my favorite quotes. So we found the easy button. This is how you easily get a child to consume 18 fruits and vegetables, nutrients every day and enjoy it. You take medicine, I take Juice Plus. You take multivitamins, I take Juice Plus. You fuel yourself with Red Bull and coffee, I take Juice Plus. You buy body creams and face masks, I take Juice Plus. You buy hair, skin, and nail tablets, I take Juice Plus. And then my absolute favorite from Dr. Craig Burns, the truth is Juice Plus compared to a commercial multivitamin is like an Olympic champion compared to a high school athlete. There is no comparison. So that's what it is. And it just makes sense. There's so many things on the market that are miracle pills for this and that. And they're isolated nutrients and they're not NSF certified. We don't know where they come from. This isn't magic. It's just fruits and vegetables. So with that, stop this guy. There we go. Katie has decided that this makes sense for her and for her family and friends and wellness community. So I'm going to kind of toss it back to her and just let her sort of close us with what makes sense to her. And then we've got an invitation for you guys at the end.
Yeah. It makes sense to me, especially coming from the service industry and just knowing that there's limited time and resources sometimes to get the nutrients that we need. And then, eating out, nothing is guaranteed to be organic. It's actually almost guaranteed to not be organic. So that's kind of where the rubber met the road for me, was just understanding that, even if we're health coaches and we're 90%, aware of what we're doing, I would say, there's always room for growth. And this is just that space for me. And then also just the opportunity to help, people who I really care about, who are in the service industry and who, especially right now, are under an extraordinary amount of stress, whether it's through, bartending and serving, or it's at a hair salon, or it's at a massage therapist's place. And the market right now is so crazy for all of that people are overbooking themselves for the time spent at work. So this for me was really the foundational piece of getting better nutrients for, a better cost. It's the same with a cocktail. If you're going to go spend $10 on a cocktail two or three nights a week, even, that balances out to exactly, what this would cost. So makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you guys for watching. So grateful to know that Katie has such an incredible community. And our ask for tonight is that you would put your hand on Katie's back and support her. And that can look a bunch of different ways. That can look like, man, this is super interesting to me and I want to know more. Reaching out to Katie and having a conversation about Juice Plus, how that can support you and your family, and then also support her. And it can also just look like putting your hand on Katie's back and saying, girl, I see you and you are working hard and you are changing the world. And I just want you to know that I'm in your corner. Praying for her, encouraging her, send her encouraging texts, check in on her. She is an incredibly brave woman, an incredibly powerful woman. And she's doing so much work for her community, but she's also doing so much work for herself. And it is like such an incredible gift to get to call her one of my best friends. So that is what we would ask of you, is that you would just follow up with Katie after you've watched this, and give her kudos and ask questions if you have questions. So Thank you guys for coming. I hope you guys have a glorious rest of your week, and we'll see you later.
Awesome. Thank you, Hallie. Talk to you soon.